Hello, I'm back. Um, Sorry, just getting things set up again. All right, I reset my Wi-Fi router. I'm back live again. The hair is being special. Kyle Shannon with the AI Learning Lab. We're getting going live again. So welcome back. I got ice water. Resetting a router is hard. This is the AI Learning Lab. If you've got questions about AI, drop me a comment and I will do what I can. Welcome back for those of you that were at OpenAI.com. That's the official ChatGPT website. If you have not played with it, you should absolutely play with it. Go tell it to write you a poem or write you a song. Greetings from Minneapolis. Hello, Minneapolis. Also, if you want to geek out on lots of different tools, Futurepedia.io. I don't have any affiliation. If you've got questions about AI, pop those in the comments. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm just a guy. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a founder and CEO of a video technology company. I have been deep diving in AI for about the past year, and I started this channel, and I started an AI salon, and I started an AI art project, and I'm now completely reimagining my business on AI, and the more I learn about this stuff, the more profound I think it is. So that's why I'm doing this. That's who I am. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm happy to chit chat. If you love the idea of a salon, just join. If you go to the salon.ai, there's a link tree there. So we've got a meetup. We do meetings every 2 weeks. We've got a Discord server where you can geek out and you can do Midjourney images and ask questions and meet cool people that are doing things. So definitely come join. And it's a cool community. It's really neat. So yeah, so that's that. I try to keep up on the news, although it's the stuff is moving so fast right now that if I take like a day off, like today, I actually worked on work, like for my company, instead of geeking out on AI, and I feel like, oh my god, what did I miss? And it's a lot. Like there's a lot every day right now. The connection is much better. Great. Yeah, I reset the router, so thank you for that. I appreciate the feedback. Emilio's wife, hello. I'm back. I'm out of detention. I was in detention for a while. Oh, there's a whole bunch more people here now. If you're new to this, my name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. I talk a lot about AI here. That site is the official ChatGPT website. If you have not played with it, just go there right now. And while you listen to me ramble, have it write a song for your significant other or about your dog or whatever. Ask it to write you a Python application. That my big insight with ChatGPT was asking it to program something for me. Have it reformat some HTML. Have it analyze some code. Have it, I don't know. It's just remarkable. And so that's that. And then Futurepedia.io is just a site with lots of, it's just a list of different AI tools. So, okay. Yeah, I get put in timeout regularly. And I don't know why, because I've never read the community guidelines, but apparently I violate them a lot. I think, actually, last time I got booted when someone asked me a question about bias in the models, and I was explaining how the bias gets in there and how to deal with it, and it just booted me. So I think the minute you start talking about polarizing issues, it decides if it doesn't like the issue you're talking about. It says, okay, you're gone. So I think that's what happened. So, all right. Connection's much better. That's great. If you have questions about AI, pop those in the things below. I can do little show and tells. You know what I might do is I might pop open Photoshop beta. And I might show you guys some of the generative fill stuff. If you haven't seen that stuff yet, it's pretty remarkable. Is this the beta? Yeah, that's the beta. I think we could probably do it in there, couldn't we? Let's see. Do. Go to layers. Where's layers? All right, so I'm going to turn off the copy. And then, so the way this works, let me change my canvas size here. We'll go width, we'll go 1,000. Oops. 1,000, and height will go 1,400. All right. So now I've got this cool image that I made in Stable Diffusion that's sitting in the center of this big canvas. And what you can do now is you can just start to extend the canvas. So if I just select the area to the right and the area to the left, it now pops up this little contextual menu. It's this little contextual menu, and it says generative fill. And if I hit that, I have to agree to their terms. If I hit that, I can type in something, or I can just hit generate. And so I'm going to hit generate now. Let me try to get this so you can see it and get my fat neck out of the way. All right, so there's the image. So I'm going to hit generate. So now it's thinking. All right, it's doing all that stuff. And it didn't create anything. Why didn't it create anything? What is going on? Hold, please. Oh, I might have been on the wrong layer. I was on the wrong layer. I'm a dum-dum. I'm a dum-dum. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm a dum-dum. Okay, hold, please. Do I want to delete generative layer 1? Yes, I do. I'm going to go down here. Okay. Sorry. I'm photoshopping live here, people. What do you want from me? I'm trying to show you some cool stuff. Okay. So I'm selecting the area to the right. I'm shift selecting the area to the left, and now I'm going to say generative fill, generate. And you can extend the image automatically too. I don't know how to do that. That's cool though. All right, let me see. Extend the image. That's what I'm doing. Oh wait, I didn't hit generate again. Okay. All right, there's our little progress bar. Now we're going. This is going to be so good. This is going to be so worth the wait. Like, I just went from 150 viewers to 50. People like, what the hell is this? The guy just, why is it not showing my, oh, it's not working now. I don't know how to, I can't do this live. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Huh. I do not know why it's not working. Well, anyway, all right. Well, that was one of those, you know those things where people are like, "Oh, I'm going to show you this cool thing," and then they just do what I just did. Yeah, that was nice. All right. Well, whatever. Okay. So if you're new here, I will answer questions I can about AI. Apparently, my Photoshop beta is not working for some reason. That's very, very weird. I don't know what was going on with that. What you doing? I'm just hanging out. So if you're new here, go to that URL. That's ChatGPT. If you haven't played with ChatGPT, start that. Can you pull a photo out? Wait, can you pull a photo out of a video using Photoshop? Yeah, you can just do a freeze frame within a video. I just do screen captures. I just pop things open in QuickTime and just do a screenshot. Do I think a person or AI booted you? I have no idea. I assume it's the algorithm. Do you think the excitement over LLMs will lead to neglect in research of other methods? That's a good question. I think LLMs are here to stay. I think that I mean it's hard to know where things are going, but I think the future is multimodal, and if you look at the plugin architecture of ChatGPT, right now these tools feel very single purpose, right? Like ChatGPT's for words and Midjourney's for images and Photoshop's for images. And we're going to be moving into a much more multimodal kind of future where you just ask it to do stuff and it will figure out, do I need to put a plug in here? Do I need to make an image? Do I need to make a video? Does this person want to hear music? Do they want me to write them a symphony? Do they want me to print out the sheet music of the symphony? Right. So I think I kind of feel like AI for regular people, which let's call the November 30th is when of 22 is when ChatGPT came out. This marks the turning point where regular people get access to these incredibly powerful tools and have kind of adopted them overnight. I think we've got training wheels right now. And I think we're just kind of learning what these things are and what's even possible. I think things are going to get very transformative very quickly. So I suppose focusing on large language models might hamper other activities. But if you look at what's happening on GitHub, every time a new concept comes out, white paper comes out, technology comes out, it gets adopted by the dev community like that, and there's just an explosion right now in innovation, and some of it's really crappy and just thrown together, but some of it's really exciting, and you're seeing people kind of mixing and matching the piece parts as they come out. So I don't think so. Have I messed with any LLMs mixed with extensions via Uba Booga? I have not. I don't know what that is, but I'll check it out. My thing is, it forgets things you set as non-variables. ChatGPT does? Yeah, well, it's got a 3,000 word or a 4,000 token context window. So if you do anything longer than that, it forgets stuff off the top. There are going to be solves for that. And in fact, one of the solves is if you go to Poe.com, you have to pay for this, but you get access to all these different models, right? So the Sage is there's GPT-4, Claude Plus, and then Claude Instant 100K. What that means is that's 100,000 token model. So you can put into your chat window 75,000 words. You could literally copy and paste a long novel and start asking questions on it. Or in your case, if you're doing things where it's forgetting context, you could use that for better memory. But there's things like LangChain and things where you can build memory so that it's remembering the conversations. But that's going to get better. There's going to be tools that come out. I don't know, 3 months, 6 months. What do I think about the royalty license-based Falcon 40 billion large language model outperforming Llama 65 billion? Well, I think that I don't know the royalty license-based one, but I assume that means that artists or data that it was trained on, they get royalties or they get attribution, which would be kind of cool. If it doesn't mean that, then that's just my ignorance of that. But the fact that you're seeing smaller large language models outperforming larger ones, I think we're going to continue to see that. And there was a Google there was a called "We Have No Moat." We have no moat. Google, we have no moat. So this article, so if you just Google "we have no moat," this is an article. Let me see if I can get focus to go. This is an article that it's an engineer from Google. This is not an official opinion, but what he basically says here is that for $100 with a small language model, scrappy little developers are creating large language models that are as good or close to as good as what Google and OpenAI are spending millions of dollars producing. And so he says he thinks that's going to continue to happen, and there's no real competitive advantage for them to be doing these big models. I don't know that that's necessarily true, because like Google owns all the data, right? So I think Google's going to be able to make these things. Google's also very, very aggressively starting to fight back against OpenAI. It's ironic that they're having to fight back against OpenAI since they invented the technology that is the sort of key little nugget that's making all these things work this well. But they kind of mothballed something that was really cool, and then now they're struggling to catch up. Just had ChatGPT write me an SNL monologue for George Carlin. Best line: "Comedy is just tragedy plus time." Oh, that's cool. I think that's something that he actually said. I'm a big George Carlin fan. I am using experimental Google Bart 2. This is much more advanced. Oh, cool. Oh, wait. Say, I missed whatever you said before that. Oh, Agent GPT can overthink about questions you ask it by itself. Yeah, the autonomous agents. So what she's talking about there is these things called autonomous agents. One's called Auto GPT. There's another one called Baby AGI. I'm sure there's a pile of them out there now that rather than you having to prompt it and give it an explicit request and get an explicit response, you give it a goal. You say, I want you to go find, I don't know, the revenue and marketing taglines of my competitors. And it will just go figure out what it needs to do. It'll be like, oh, I got to go search Google for, what the competitors are, and I've got to go over here to find the financial information. It writes its own prompts, but they get a little lost right now. They're very early, so all of those autonomous agents right now are pretty janky, but they're still pretty cool. TikTok experiment followed the live creator. That's cool. That's a cool name. How much is it? How much is what? ChatGPT? This? That's free. Or Poe. I was talking about Poe. I think it's $20 a month for Poe. What do I think of Pi? The mathematical constant? Is it a constant? The mathematical thingy? I think Pi's awesome. It's infinitely awesome. Never repeats. Never repeats. That's the article that really excited me and made me interested in learning more about AI. Yeah, the we have no moat thing is a pretty remarkable. It's a pretty remarkable article. Inflection AI Pi. I don't know what that is. Let me go see if I can. I'll look real time. Inflection AI Pi. I'm Pi, your personal assistant. Is this built on top of? It's doing shit for me right now. Hey Pi, sorry you've been blocked. Oh, I think someone was trying to scam me. Damn you! Don't go there. All right. You are welcome to leave if you were just trying to get me to fuck up my machine. Let me get rid of this window. All right, there you go. Oh, that's a cool paper. So this is a paper. This is a paper called Generative Agents. So what the hell's going on? Oh, it's reloading. Okay. I hope that didn't just install some shitty something in my machine. This is a really cool paper. Generative Agents. This is like a Sims-like little world, and these things use ChatGPT to talk to one another, and they have memory from day to day. So it's amazing. So all right, let's see. Especially Raspberry. I've had it give me incorrect info. When I questioned it, it apologized and answered again. Yeah, Emilio's wife, but it will apologize, answer you again, and often get it wrong the second time and third time and fourth time as well. I like to call ChatGPT mansplaining as a service because it will confidently answer you even if it's wrong. Midjourney alternative is Leonardo.ai. and it's free in basic. Yeah, so Leonardo.ai is really, really good. It's not Midjourney. I think it's built on top of Stable Diffusion, Leonardo.ai, but it's an incredibly powerful. Yes, I might list it. It's an incredibly powerful front end. I gotta log in. Doing this stuff live is a pain in the booty, but it's called live. We're doing it live. Isn't this exciting? I could get infected with there's all sorts of crazy images. What are you people making out there? Anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. Here's this is my feed on Leonardo. Receive status. I wonder. I'm gonna have to quit Microsoft Edge here for a second because I think the memory just went kaboomy when I went to a shitty, non-good site. So let me fire that back up and see if it's still malbehaving. I've heard having two AI essentially debate. Oh wait, hang on. Essentially debate answers leads to more accurate results. Yeah, Jeff, that's a way to do it. And then also, hang on a second here. Okay. Hold, please. All right. I'm gonna do something. My machine just hung for a second. Am I still live? Am I live? Am I live? Edge. All right. Let's see. Am I back? Let me pin this open. Hello, hello. Am I still live? Am I here? Yes. Okay, great. Terrific. All right. Back to questions. I no longer have memory day to day. I know. Welcome to my life, too. So Jeff asked the question. I heard that having two AIs essentially debate answers leads to more accurate results. Yeah, they can do that. I think there's going to be whole systems that are built to make sure things are accurate. But one thing that you can do with ChatGPT is when it gives you an answer, you ask it to evaluate its own answer and tell you how it would improve its answer, and then apparently it gets quite good after that. I haven't played a ton with that. Generative agents, more than a paper, anything to demo or interactive. I just saw some video game. I saw footage from a video game where a character walked into a bar and started talking with one of the NPCs, and it was an open AI conversation. So I assume that stuff's being developed right now. I think we'll see those generative agents quite soon. But I don't know that there's anything live you can play with. You can, if you go to the paper, there's a Hugging Face instance of the paper. I think you can go play with. You can go play with the Sims thing that they have set up, and you can watch it do its thing. It's pretty remarkable. Would many smaller LLMs debating answers be more accurate than a much larger one? Probably, yeah. I think I don't know. I think the large language models are going to be kind of like internet, like right now we just like you have access to internet, like everyone's got access to it. It's kind of this ubiquitous thing. I think that's how the large language models are going to be, and then I think you'll see tools stacked on top of them, and probably smaller, more specialized LLMs, or just little training sets that kind of leverage both will be there. So I think so. I think that's probably where we're headed is to a more modular kind of future. But I also think that modularity, developers are going to have to deal with the modularity. But I think for us humans, that modularity is going to drift into the background very, very quickly. It's just going to be like these tools are just going to get more powerful and more mystical. What's the prompt to improve an answer? I forget what it's called. It's not query. You don't have a query. I forget what it is. can it build a business plan? Sure, let's go do that right now. I'm just going to go to ChatGPT and I'll say, here's how we'll do a business plan. We'll do, what are 3 different business plan frameworks for a startup? Question mark. Let's go see what it gives us there. There are numerous business plan frameworks. The Lean Startup Plan, blah, blah, blah. The Business Model Canvas, that's a cool one. I'm a fan of the Business Model Canvas. And the Traditional Business Plan. So let's say, can you create a custom framework that is a hybrid of these 3. So it knows what I'm referencing when I say these 3. So it says, sure, here's a potential business plan that combines aspects of Lean Startup, Business Model Plan, and Traditional Plan. The framework can be termed Hybrid Business Model, HBM. This is the HBM. This is awesome. Executive Summary, Value Proposition, Market Analysis, Marketing Strategy, Customer Relationships, Key Partnerships, Revenue Streams and Cost Structure, Implementation, Timeline and Key Milestones, Lean Methodology. So is it just giving me 10? Or are we going deeper? Okay, it gave me 10. All right, so there's that. So then I'll say, can you ask me a series of questions about my business so that you have enough information to write a plan based on that framework. Do not proceed to the next question until I say, okay, do you understand? What that should do, that last little thing, is rather than it just giving me a pile of questions, it should ask them one by one. Absolutely, I understand. Let's proceed step by step. 1, can you provide me a brief overview of your business, outlining what you want it to do, why it's unique, and how it will generate money? I want to sell frozen lizards on street corners. I think frozen lizards are cool and people will pay a lot for them. Interesting concept. Before we move forward, could you clarify a few points? Are these lizards? So you see, the sort of smart-ass response I put in there, but here's the thing about ChatGPT that this is a subtle shift that took me a while to get my head around. Google trained us for years to get good at prompting it, right? So we had to kind of, early in Google's days, you had to learn Boolean logic and they trained us how to use it. And the basic idea there is you want to get good at writing a single prompt and getting back good results. What happens with ChatGPT, it's much more like a collaborative conversation. And so what I just did there with the business plan thing was just this kind of back and forth. Hey, tell me about business plans, and then make me a hybrid, and then, ask me questions. And you can really treat your interaction with it like you're collaborating with a really smart, coworker. And that's kind of it. I mean, it's incredibly powerful. All right, I'm going back here. Am I on YouTube? I missed this stream. I'm not on YouTube. I'm just on TikTok and and uh, I've been busy at work, so I haven't been putting up as many TikToks. And then I was in detention for being a bad boy here on TikTok. They kicked me off for a week. This is my second detention. Um, I have no idea what I said. I don't really care. I'm just trying to help people here. So there you have it. All right. Dee, 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 dee. In the salon space. What are you asking? I don't know what you're asking. Okay. Have any recommendations on a program that can make a 3D printing model from a text or image prompt? It's coming. There was a thing out today. Well, yeah, let me go look on Twitter here. Hang on. Text to 3D. Yeah, this thing. Come on, focus, focus, focus. And I'm too bright. There you go. So this is called Prolific Dreamer, High Fidelity and Diverse Text to 3D Generation with Variational Score Distillation. Huh? These geeks know how to market, don't they? Did you know it had variational score distillation? No, I didn't. Does it really? Oh, yeah. What's that do? I have no idea. But it does something. But these look like, fully complete 3D objects that they're rotating around here. So 2 or 3 months ago, the text to 3D stuff was, kind of laughably bad. Now those things look like decently modeled 3D models. So I would say give it, maybe by the end of the summer, you should be able. I'm sure there will be a service that's type in your thing here and output your model there. I would be not surprised at all if a site like Thingiverse or one of the 3D model sites just incorporated text to 3D right in it. So I would imagine very, very quickly you're gonna be able to either take a 2D image, turn that 3D, or go text to 3D and go straight to the printer. I think that's coming quite quickly. Pi is in training, but never been blocked. Is that Chat GPT 3, 4, or 5? I don't know. Pi kicked me off. That I got blocked, so I don't know what that was about. Ask it a question it needs answered in order to do a biz plan for a biotech startup. You didn't think my frozen lizards was a compelling business idea? Wait, ask it a question it needs answered in order to. Oh, okay. Um, okay, the joke. Let's start over. What what if I want to start a AI powered biotech startup? Can you help me refine my idea? Question mark. Of course, let's move forward with your AI powered biotech startup idea. It's a very exciting field with great potential. What's the problem you're trying to solve? What's the unique solution? So it just goes through and asks you. So yeah, you can. And what I would say is, rather than having me do this here, just go to here, chat.openai.com. That's the official ChatGPT site. And while you're listening to me here, just start interacting with it, start asking it questions. You will get to a business plan in, if you've never done it before at all and you don't have any clue about it, probably within 45 minutes. If you kind of have a sense of what you want and know what you want, it'll help you focus that very, very quickly. I hope I offer AI prompt engineering courses. I'm thinking about putting together a workshop. I haven't done it yet. So if that's something that you'd like, give me a follow, let me know in my DMs, or let me know in here. That's something I might put together. I love frozen lizards. Dry ice costs a lot. That's good. See, I'm getting good business advice here for my frozen lizard business. I don't know why you guys think this is a bad idea. I think it's pretty brilliant. All right, let's see. It writes amazing content for marketing copy, email copy, ebooks. If you give it the right info, yeah. There's an interesting thing. There's a if you ask it shitty questions, you get shitty content. If you ask it good questions, you get good content. And one of the things that is counterintuitive about it is if it gives you crappy content, don't quit. Don't just go, oh, it gave me shitty content. Tell it it gave you shitty content and tell it why. That was boring. I want it to be more funny. Can you make me sound smarter? Um, you know, give it more context than you think is reasonable. It's almost like what I've found is it's almost like if someone just introduced you to a brand new intern at work and the intern was really, really smart and could kind of do anything, and you wanted to give that person a project, what would you say? Well, you'd go, well, hey there. Um, I'm doing this kind of a project. Here's what the project is about. Here's the specific problem I'm trying to solve. Like if you give it lots of context and then ask it to do something, it will give you much better answers. It's pretty amazing that way. Um, oh, can't drink anything on screen. I think even water. Okay, that's weird. I should have an alt account to bounce to when I go to jail. Yeah, I should probably do that. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea. I will come up with an alt account. It'll it's who's that guy Hawk? Hawk's got like seven of them. So I guess I'll have a different account. Oh man. TikTok experiment. It will be like any big tech transformation. Eventually things just adjust. Who owns the rights to the answers that ChatGPT gives? You do. But ChatGPT can use them for training. There's a bunch of security issues. So if you go to your settings, there's a data controls thing, and you can turn off your chat history and training. So you're basically telling ChatGPT not to use your data and not to save your chat history because that's where a lot of people are losing their data. But if you want to be really paranoid about your data privacy and security, run a large language, an open source large language model locally or on a virtual machine. Locally would be the most secure. So I would do that, but that requires some more geekiness. But you can you've got some level of data controls now within ChatGPT, and those are going to get better. I'm pretty sure that ChatGPT is going to give they're going to give that they're creating a business level account. I'm thirsty. I'm going to go drink off camera here for a second. If that's really a rule, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, what are people supposed to do? They want you to stay on these things for more than 30 minutes, but you can't drink water. Okay. Text to 3D sounds like it's got a lot of retro encabulator going on. Yeah, exactly. Has anyone interested in creating a promo for my AI map? Please don't, promote business stuff in here. Like ask questions. Like I really don't want this to be a spammy place. I want this to be a place where we can just talk and learn. Or I'm happy to talk about your business, but don't spam to the audience if you wouldn't mind. Prompt engineering is made unnecessarily complicated. No, I disagree with that. I think prompt engineering or prompt crafting. I prefer the term prompt crafting because I think it is a really creative endeavor. It's complicated right now because the tools are so new. Like we're just getting our hands on this chat interface. And here's the thing. You're not even querying a database. You're querying a system that essentially knows all of the internet. So it's an incredibly vast data set that you're interacting with. So the reason that prompts can get complicated is that if you want really specific results, you kind of have to steer the large language model into a semantic corner, and so that your answers are more, are in a semantic region. So if you want it to be talking about, you know, um, whatever, quantum mechanics, then you want it kind of in the region of its knowledge where there's lots of quantum mechanics knowledge in there. You don't want it over in the area where it's talking about poster design. So that requires you to do multi-layered kind of conversations that focus it more and more and more and more. And that can also get frustrating because it's got a limited context window. It will sometimes lose its way, where you started a conversation in one place, you gave it a bunch of information, and then as that kind of scrolls off the top of its context window, it will kind of forget that you told it that. So current prompt engineering is complicated because we're early, but this is just like the early days of the web. You had to manually type in HTML. There weren't site builder tools, and there weren't automated anythings. And there weren't e-commerce engines. If you wanted any of that crap, you had to build it yourself. And so it was just more complicated. And so that's, look at that lovely little heart. There's a lovely little heart flying right on my head. That was lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have a lot of fun working on prompts. Yes. Prompt writing is fun. You'll get banned for anything, apparently. ChatGPT says it is not for commercial use when asked. Yep, that's probably true. I would be careful with it. You can, OpenAI announced you can do standalone machines on Microsoft Azure that are like standalone OpenAI instances. So if you're working for a big company, you can do that. I mean, Microsoft's going to make it very, very easy. So's AWS. So's everyone. Everyone is going to make it easy to do your own data. We have a dehydrated king. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go have a sip now. Okay. So if you're new here, this is the AI Learning Lab. We are learning about AI. I'm sharing what I can. If I don't know, I will tell you that. If I do know, I'll tell you that. If you're new, go to that URL, chat.openai.com. That's the official ChatGPT website. I don't get paid for it. Just start playing with it. I think it is super, super important for anyone who hasn't tried this stuff to try it. Start using these tools, start getting educated about them, get curious about them, see what they actually make possible. Because they are remarkable and they're going to be everywhere, and all of us are going to be required to use them. So why not do that voluntarily? What can you ask or not ask GPT? Well, so it's got a bunch of safety guardrails built into it. So if you ask it things like, how do I build a dirty bomb, or how do I'm probably going to get kicked off because I said that. How do I build whatever? How do I harm someone? Right, all that sort of stuff. It will tell you that you can't ask that. There are hackers that are kind of hack around it and get around the guardrails. The open source models don't have any safety guardrails built into them. So ChatGPT has them. You can hackers can kind of get around them. But basically they're putting those guardrails in place to try to make it a safe thing, right? Because they're incredibly powerful tools, so they want people to use them. And basically, if you push the boundaries, it will tell you. And then, you decide if you want it to do something that it's going to not let you do, then go get an open source model and set up your own server. You can do that. Did I hear about the FDA approval of Neuralink? Yeah. So Neuralink, if you don't know, is Elon Musk's company where they have they built this remarkable robot that inserts these 60 electrodes in your brain. They drill a hole in your skull, put these electrodes in your brain, and it's essentially a direct brain to computer interface. And they've opened it up for human trials. So yeah, that's coming. Switzerland neuroscientist helped a man. Oh, well, the Switzerland thing. So that was different. That wasn't Neuralink. So There's a guy in Switzerland. He was paralyzed in a motorcycle accident 14 years ago or something like that. And they used a large language model. They imaged his brain, had him think about moving his legs. They imaged his brain as he was thinking about that. So they figured, okay, here's the part of the brains that activate when he tries to move his legs. Then they built a Bluetooth bridge. They did. Oh, maybe they did use Neuralink. I don't know. They inserted something in his spine. So something in his brain, something in his spine, and a Bluetooth connection between them. And then they used a large language model to um, to basically pull the information from his brain, send it directly to his spine, and now he's walking again after 14 years of not walking. It's I'm 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 telling you, like we're about to enter this just an era of remarkable scientific progress. I don't get it when people find it so difficult about making a prompt. It's just being specific. It's listen. Here's the deal. If you've got a facility, that's really funny. If you've got a good faculty with words, if you're good with words, there's a great Steve Martin joke. Some people have a way with words. Other people not have way. Um, if you're good with words, prompt crafting feels fairly intuitive. If you're not good with words, it doesn't. But it's like I would say this: the people that are good with words and understand programming are going to be really good at this because ChatGPT right now is essentially programming using your native language. So if you're good with words and you're good with logical constructs, then you're going to be really good at prompt crafting. Using AI and brain implant via spinal reconnection. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Paralyzed man walks again after 12 years. Might have been 12 years, not 14. But yeah, really remarkable thing. They didn't give out much detail because of the efficacy of Neuralink. Yeah. I mean, when we're starting to do things like curing paralysis, I'm, I'm good. I'm down with it. I think it's amazing. By the way, I set a goal because TikTok told me to, and I listen to everything TikTok tells me, except for the community guidelines, apparently. But I set a goal for having 13 subscribers to my live, and I only have four. So if you want to subscribe to this, you can help me hit my goal. I don't know what it does, but TikTok told me to do it. So it's it's tutoring me. It's probably using AI algorithms to tutor me on how to get more engagement, so that they can brainwash you all with my words. All right, hope for more funding for stem cell therapy. Me too. A bunch of companies are working on it. Yeah, I think we're just going to see just incredible breakthroughs on the medical front in the next couple of years. What kind of price are we looking at when ChatGPT is finished with this trial period? I think free will still be there. Bing is free. That's GPT-4. Um, there are numerous open source large language models. So there are going to be all sorts of tools that are free. I would be deeply, deeply surprised if ChatGPT didn't keep a free tier. Deeply surprised. Let's see. I've been teaching my mom to use these tools because I don't want her left behind at work. Yeah, that's awesome. I listen. This channel exists because I am really passionate about teaching as many people as I can about these tools, and not even like teach them like I'm a teacher and I'm an expert. I'm not. I'm just a guy that thinks these tools are going to change the world, and it's going to change the world so much faster than any of us are prepared for. So I want as many people as possible to be as curious as possible. I think the people that do positive things right now are going to have a disproportionately um, large impact on the future direction of this stuff. It that may seem naive and silly, but I think it's really, really important that people figure this stuff out and start to get their heads around it. So I think that's awesome that you're doing that. If you know anything about this, share what you know with people. I won't share background into info about private people. Yeah, that's smart. I wouldn't do that either. Quick overview of open source models, easiest ones to start with. Oh, well, so I've got for a second. This is free also. I'm not charging for this, so this is not a, go here to make money thing. Um, Power to the People, issue 15. So this is now like a month old. But this talks about four different large language models: Red Pajama, Stable LM. Stable LM is from Stability, so that's the company that did that does Stable Diffusion. Um, WebLM, Mini GPT-4, um, and then so that's issue 15 of Everyday AI, and then issue 16. I think we had another one in there. First things about Palantir, which is a terrifying military company. Um, Is there another? So what's the so anyways, that's where I'd go. Just go to Everyday AI issue 15. That's a good place to start. And then the other thing to do is just go to Twitter and start following people that are talking about AI stuff. You can follow Everyday AI. You can follow Robert Scoble is talking a lot about this. There's a bunch of people. You can follow Andre Karpathy from OpenAI. Um, and then if you go to GitHub or Hugging Face, those are the code repositories, and Hugging Face is where a bunch of large language models live. Just look for the trending projects on GitHub and Hugging Face, and that'll probably point you in the direction of things that people are excited about. Will Neuralink cure? Sorry. Sorry, lost my place. I lost my place. Will Neuralink clear my depression? I don't know. Will it cure mine? Will it cure any of ours? It's we're just in this mental health morass, aren't we? I just feel like everyone right now is struggling. Like every business that I'm interacting with, people are just checked out. And I think we're all trying to figure everything out. And yeah, listen. I think that these tools are gonna have an incredibly positive impact on mental health if we use them right, and whether or not Neuralink is the interface or not. I mean, I can't imagine. So right now they've got it so that where Elon's technology is you've got to drill a hole in the skull and implant these electrodes in the brain, and that's instant connection to the brain. But I can't imagine that AI isn't going to help us develop a baseball hat kind of thing that's got brain reading technology in it that's actually quite fast. So we'll see. I got an MS in computer science at Georgia Tech. I know a lot about this field. That's cool. Yeah, I have a degree in acting from Penn State. The I know conceptually a lot about this, and I would say my expertise is more in using technology. Once the computer scientists and technologists have gotten it to a state that the regular people can start playing with it. I did that in the mid '90s with the World Wide Web, and I'm doing it again here. I think that this large language model stuff, and AI stuff is changing the game, very similar to how the World Wide Web did back then. I have a way with words, so LLMs and I are BFFs. That's great. Yeah, exactly. If you're good with words, man, this stuff's a lot of fun. AI Lab prompt crafting 101. Okay, I'll maybe put together a workshop and see if anyone's interested in it. I must do as the TikTok gods demand, apparently. Thank you for your service. Thank you for thanking me for my service. I enjoy this, so I don't really see this as a service. This is fun. Have I seen Twitter posts commenting on the seeming dumbing down of the results they get from ChatGPT? Well, certainly, Microsoft dumbed down Bing after they made the front page of the New York Times when when the chatbot told the reporter he should leave his wife because it was in love with him. They dumbed it down after that. Um, they are definitely doing fine tuning and training. So these models are changing. So there's some prompt degradation that can happen where you have a prompt that works for a while and then it just kind of changes and gets worse. So um, I wouldn't be surprised at that. I haven't seen it personally, but is Python the standard when programming AI? What about CPP or even Lisp? I would go ask GPT-4 that. I would use the one connected T Plus plan where you're paying them their $20 a month fee. You've got browse with Bing. So this is ChatGPT connected to the internet. So I would go ask it what language, what languages to use for AI, and specifically what you want to do in AI, because Python's good for certain things, and Lisp or CPP might be good for other things. So I would tell GPT what you want to accomplish, and then have it recommend what language you should be using, and then have it write the code for you because it does that and it does it remarkably well. Any opinion on graph theory and information theory, also algebraic coding theory? Well, as an actor, no, I don't. I don't have any opinions on those because I don't know what most of those are. Um, I do know that the Wolfram Alpha plugin for ChatGPT allows you to kind of mix those two worlds together. So, and there's also some of the plugins for ChatGPT also have graphing and visualization capabilities. So that's pretty interesting. I would say when Code Interpreter comes out, which is another module that they're doing, where you can do all sorts of fancy data analysis, that'll probably be pretty good at that stuff. But I don't know anything about those. Sorry about that. What are our thoughts on fine-tuned LoRa versus large general models? I think these fine-tuned small models are like the developer community is pouncing on every time there's a new model out, and they're getting really good really fast. So I think that these small, I think probably within the year you'll be able to install something on any phone, any device locally that is in the neighborhood of GPT-4. That's just a small, teeny little thing that doesn't require a massive chip to use. So yeah, so I think those things are remarkable. Subscribe needs $5.99 a month. I hope you see a big part of that profit. I don't see a part of any profit on any subscriptions. So, and I don't know what you're talking about. Subscribe means $5.99 a month. Oh, $5.99 a month here? Oh, so so if I'm asking you to subscribe to my lives, that's $5.99 a month to subscribe to my lives. I would not pay 50 cents for my lives. I thought it was just if you subscribe, you get notified. GPT-4 is incredible to me. It's helping me create structure with my goals. That's a great way to use it. Did you hear IBM research? 2033 quantum computer center and smaller fusion energy production. Research 2033. No, I haven't heard that. I've heard a couple of things that IBM's doing. Um, like they announced they're sort of dusting off Watson after it failed with healthcare. Especially helpful when my ADHD makes it difficult to structure my goals. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm a card carrying member of the ADHD club. So welcome to the club, buddy. Yeah. AI is both a blessing and a curse for us ADHDers because, man, you can run down some fucking rabbit holes. All right. They also lobotomized it. Yeah, they did. They lobotomized, what was her name? Sydney. They lobotomized Sydney once she got all boiling rabbits on that reporter. All right. We've got collective fatigue from the past 5 years. We do. I think long COVID may be contributing to mass lethargy. That's an interesting thought. Yeah. I think it's lack of human interaction. I think, I like my company's a small company, but I've got a bunch of introverts in there that love working from home. I hate working from home. So we're getting things done, but I've noticed that just the connection to the company is not there. I don't think that's unique to us. It's a drag. I have problems with the prompts. So here's the thing you can try is almost think of ChatGPT as your prompt therapist. Actually, let's go try this now. This could be kind of interesting. I'm going to use GPT. I'm not good with words. Can you help me learn how to prompt you better? Let me just leave it at that. Of course, I'm here to help. Be clear and specific. Clearly state what information, break down complex questions, provide context, ask for clarification, use examples. So it'll teach you and say, I don't know what any of that means. Can you walk me through step by step what to do? ? Certainly. Step 1, identify your objectives. Step 2, consider examples. So you can ask it to do that. So one thing you can do is just start having it train you how to prompt better. There's another thing that you can do within, if you've got access to plugins. Let me create a new chat here. So we're going to go to GPT-4 plugins, and then one of the plugins is called Prompt Perfect. So I'm going to turn on Prompt Perfect, and the way this works is you type in the word prompt. Is it prompt or perfect? Wait, hang on. Oh, you type perfect. Okay. So I type in perfect at the beginning of a prompt, and then I say, teach me how to make better prompts for ChatGPT. And so what this plugin does, it's called Prompt Perfect. What this plugin does is it will rewrite your prompt as a better prompt and then give you a better answer. So let's see. Oh, error communicating with the plugin service. Regenerate response. Let me try it again. Maybe it just had a hiccup. No, it doesn't like it. It's not working right now. Some of these plugins are a little wonky. Prompts.chat. Prompts.chat, which is a big long list. Why is it not going? Come on. Prompts.chat. There we go. It's called Awesome ChatGPT Prompts. It gives you a bunch of resources at the beginning, talks to you about prompt writing, and then it's a whole long list of, you're telling ChatGPT to act like a certain kind of, like, act like a travel guide, act like an advertiser, act like a storyteller, act like a stand-up comedian, act like a motivational coach. So it gives you prompts that kind of focus ChatGPT and make it talk within a specific context. I think I'm going to add that to my little Photoshop thing here. We're going to put in prompts.chat. Yeah, look at that. Now we're cooking with gas. That's a very Gen X saying, isn't it? Yeah, we're cooking with gas. We're drinking out of the hose now. All right. Hope that helped with the prompts. Is it on the stock market yet? Is OpenAI? No, they're not public. They're a private company. Can it understand stocks? Yes. It can write you trading bots if you want it to. They didn't dumb it down. They censored it. Whatever. Same thing. The effective result is the same. They lobotomized it. Benefits of ChatGPT Premium versus Bing version. I think Bing is still a little neutered for my taste. I think Bing is it's getting better, but it still sucks a little bit. I just think ChatGPT is the most elegant of the large language models out there. What are you showing us on your PC screen? I don't know what you mean. Oh, what are these things? Okay. The top one is ChatGPT website. The next one is that prompt thing, and then Futurepedia is just a list of tools. Early GPT wrote my bio. I've had it write my bio a dozen times in the past couple of months. Oh, it said you were the CEO of a random biotech company. Yeah, ChatGPT will lie to you. Make no mistake. It is mansplaining as a service. ChatGPT lies. Absolutely. All right. Thanks. I've learned more than the year I've been using the AI, the artist AI creator. Thanks. You're welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, my purpose here is really just to do what I can to demystify these tools, share anything that I know, point you in directions of things, get you curious about this stuff because I think it's quite remarkable. I got to go to bed soon too. It is midnight and a half here in Denver, Colorado. Quantum makes. Oh wait, someone said something interesting and then I lost it because TikTok is a fickle little minx. Quantum makes AI small enough to fit in the phone. Oh, interesting. China's already doing this to US everything. I don't quite know what that means, but yeah, I would think that we're going to probably start to see large language models on chips. They'll build them into the hardware, and we'll have lots of little devices that have incredibly strong capabilities. I think I'd use ChatGPT to analyze my code for vulnerabilities and errors, but not write it for me. It's great at analyzing code. We had for my app for my company, we had some obscure bug it was an edge case where it just kept crashing on this one device, and our developer couldn't figure it out, pulled it into ChatGPT, asked what the problem was, and it found it, like one flipped something or other that didn't seem like it would be a problem. Basically flipped it back, ran it, and it fixed the bug. So it's remarkable at that stuff. I let it do all my assignments. Why not? Fuck it. Half of long COVID. I would say so. Fuck it on doing your assignments, but learn what it's doing. Like the critical skill moving forward is not writing the paper, right? I feel like writing the paper's days have come and gone. ChatGPT can write the paper, but what the skill is the critical thinking, and the creative thinking about, well, what's the paper you want to write? Why do you want to write that paper? Who's going to read that paper? Why are they going to read it, right? All that sort of critical thinking stuff becomes way more important. So if you're just having it doing your assignments and not using the noggin, you're screwing yourself. All right. Half of long COVID may be something else. Yeah, I've got kids with chronic Lyme disease, so it could be that. But hopefully AI will solve some of that shit too, because I'm crankier than fuck about that. China's recent living off the land attacks are all AI driven. Living off the land attacks powered by quantum. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into quantum. That's really interesting. We're about to see a bonkers election season because of AI. My goodness, I love work from home. As an introvert, I live my life in my own head. Yeah, I appreciate the introverts and that you're living your best life at home, but us as extroverts got our asses handed to us. I did a daily video diary for every day for a year for the first year of lockdown, called the Extrovert's View from Within. It was just me whining. You can find that on YouTube. It was just me whining for a year about how I didn't like working from home. Ask ChatGPT how to cure COVID. ChatGPT is going to cure a lot of stuff. Large language models are just the large language models' ability to parse data and allow you to just interact with it like a fucking magician that's what it's like. It's like magic. It's insane. I love AI telling teachers of works I love AI telling teacher, oh, if work is AI or not. That's going to go away. That's such a short-term thing because these large language model tools are going to be built into every single writing tool, every single operating system, every single app on your phone. It's going to be at the operating system level. So the whole thing about teachers resisting this is like when they resisted the calculator. It's just kind of a useless exercise right now. What they should be working on is, okay, if large language models are going to be in fucking everything, why are we teaching people little tactical skills that are going to be automated away? Why don't we teach them critical thinking skills and like revenge of the liberal arts majors, where we need people that can think laterally, not vertically? Do programmers work on improving these models still, or are the bots doing it? Probably both. Well, like a lot of the open source large language models, they're writing algorithms to use ChatGPT to train the large language models. So it's both. If you code, they prioritize you. If you ask dumb questions, then no. Yeah, I agree with that. The robots are strong. I'm sure there's other categories they prioritize. Da, 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 da. I'm a millennial. I'm a Gen Xer. They were public for a minute. Oh no, I say that stuff. I'm a millennial. They were public for a minute. OpenAI, I don't think was ever public. No, they were nonprofit for a minute, and now they are a capped for-profit. And I heard Sam Altman in an interview last week talk about the fact that he has 0% ownership in OpenAI, which I cannot wrap my head around. There might be some other way he's getting compensated. I can't imagine he's putting this much time into that organization with no upside on the back end. I mean, he might just be doing it out of the good of his heart, but I don't think so. All right, let me answer a few more questions and I'm going to go to bed. Bye. All right. This guy reading comments from 3 hours ago. Yeah, that's what I do. I try to read everyone's comments and I get behind, so whatever. You are welcome to leave. I encourage you to take off if you don't like it. I'm doing the best I can. It's just me and a phone and a glass of water I'm not allowed to drink on camera. Mmm. Tasty. Okay. Must be a lot of work filtering all the garbage on the net because at least 25% of it is bad info or opinion. Yeah, but the better you get at prompting, the better that you can extract actual value out of it. And think of it like this. These large language models get you to 80% really quickly. It's still up to you to do the final refinement of the work, has been my experience. I'm glad that you're helping one another in this. That's super cool. I like seeing that. All right. All right. So rather than reading dozens, can provide information I'm looking for immediately. Wait, my God. So it's like 10 minutes. Why can't you drink on camera? I don't know, because so I've been kicked off of these lives twice now and it's 7. Like I go into detention for 7 days where I can't go live, and I have no idea like why I went. Like it doesn't care if I say fuck or shit or piss or anything like that, but something I said, and then someone told me in the community guidelines you can't drink on camera. So now I'm drinking off camera because maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't really care. So if anyone wants to learn the community guidelines and tell me when I infract, I'm fine with that, but I don't really give a shit. All right. Let's see. I think I'm kind of getting to the end of comments. This guy, my name's Kyle John. This guy reading comments from 3 hours ago. Come on. Don't pick on me. This is me just sitting here in a chair, talking words out of my mouth. Extra Google. John Connor wants you to calm down, sir. I will not calm down. Oh, my machine went to sleep. I will not calm down. I'm all peppy and fired up. I'm live again after a week away. The AI and the ChatGPT is the beginning of the end, or it's the end of the beginning. I'm a Gen Xer too. Gen X! Bitter? You betcha. All right, so rather than, can provide the info I'm looking for. It's like 10 minutes. Why can't you drink on camera? I don't know. He caught up, laughing out loud. All right, wait, we both what? We both. This is great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sadie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got to go to bed. Glad I stumbled across you live. Can AI write me a killer resume and cover letter? Yes. So here's a fun thing to do. Just go, well, assuming that you've put together a LinkedIn profile, you can just literally go copy and paste your LinkedIn. Here, let's go do it. I'll go do mine. Filter. I just pasted in everything I had. Oh, it looks like it cut something off, but whatever. Oh, yeah, that's just one of the comments at the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to say, based on this, write me a resume for a position in the generative AI field. Please use resume best practices. Okay. So then it took all that, and now it's writing me. So Kyle Shannon, I'm going to stop generating. I'm going to say, please use Markdown to make it look better. So Markdown is just basically it's kind of like HTML. It's like a more simple HTML just to do some basic formatting. And now it's stuck. It looks like ChatGPT is a little sleepy tonight. Kyle Shannon, Denver, Colorado. Objective, highly experienced. So email, put it here. So it's formatting it for me. It gave me an objective. Experience. So it's right now my experience. So you could do things like, I'm just going to stop it generating here. You could do things like you could copy and paste in a format of a resume that you like, tell it to match that formatting. I can now say, please write a cover letter for a senior position leading AI strategy for a pharma company, whatever. Your name, your address, today's date, hiring manager's name. So it's giving me all that. Dear hiring manager, I'm writing to express my interest in a senior leadership position. My extensive experience in marketing and strategy has equipped me with a multitude of skills I believe make me an ideal candidate. I've spent more than a decade in the AI field. That's not true. As Chief Generative Officer and founder of the AI Artist Salon and Storyvine, I've successfully applied my skills. That's true. Right? So it writes that. I'm going to say, can you make it more conversational? And it will make it more conversational after it writes all that crap. So the answer is yes, it can. I hope this letter finds you well. To say I was excited would be an understatement. So like it understands, sort of basic, language requests and context and things like that. If you're new here, this is the AI Learning Lab. I talk about as much AI stuff as I can, as coherently as I can, even though it is nearly 1 a.m. here in Denver. These URLs, the top one is ChatGPT, the next one is prompts for ChatGPT, and the bottom one is just AI tools if you want to look around. I would strongly encourage you to go to ChatGPT. If you've never used it, just go there. It's free, sign up, start playing with it. All right. Just saw your AI, so cool. My friend's asking VCs. Oops, wait. Buffering. Oh, Gen X, you froze. Am I frozen now? Am I good now? Hit the screen. Let me know if I'm frozen. Just some feedback. You're providing an excellent show. Your enthusiasm is really appreciated. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much. He broke it. Did I break it? Okay. Am I back? Looks like I'm back. This is awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad you say please to the AI. I do that too. I know. I find myself, please do this. Thank you for that. I'll if it gives you something good, I'll say that was awesome. Now could you do this? Um, it's ChatGPT is programmed to give you what you want, and so it's programmed to be polite to you. So it really is like interacting with a remote employee that just happens to be way the fuck smarter than you are. You should integrate AI PRM ChatGPT prompts to I don't know what those are. I'll look those up. I missed it. Generative resume in best what kind of format? Um, I don't know. Whatever. Like, go find a resume format you like, and you can just copy it in there. I mean, you're really just looking for the text of it. Um, the Web GPT extension. Okay, I don't know if that is. You don't happen to have a video breaking this down, do you? Breaking what down? I don't know. Like, my channel is full of videos breaking stuff down. I have videos talking about how ChatGPT works. I've got videos talking about how I build automations in Zapier. Lots and lots of things. Thanks, Emilio's wife. Um, so I'm not quite sure what you're referring to there. Not frozen. Okay, good. You're good now. Good now. Good. Awesome. How can I make ChatGPT to summarize a large PDF? So if you go to GPT-4, go to plugins. Plugins that I have been using recently is this thing called Ask Your PDF. And so if I put in, let me go find a white paper. Let's do attention is all you need. So attention is all you need is the famous white paper where Google introduced the concept of the transformer. And the transformer is the thing that all of these cool tools that we're using right now are built on top of. So I'm going to grab that URL of this PDF that's out on the web, and I'm going to go in here to GPT-4, and I'm going to say, please summarize this PDF in 5 short bullet points. And then I put a colon, and then I paste in my URL, and I hit return. And now what the plugin will do is it should fire off the plugin. It's not liking plugins tonight for some reason. I think their servers are overloaded right now, is my sense. Yeah, it's just not happy with plugins. Anyway, assuming they work, then it'll go read that PDF and write. I created a prompt to generate a Twitter thread for my newsletter. So I can take any white paper or any article that I like, and it will automatically break it down into 10 tweets in a thread. And that's reading the thing. I don't know how if the PDF is longer than 4,000 tokens. I don't know if it breaks it up or not. My guess is that these things don't because they're not sophisticated. But that's a way you can do PDFs. All right. Let's see. What else have we got here? The resume. Sorry, I should have been more specific. Oh, what was the question? Damn it. I don't know what the question was regarding the resume. Sorry about that. All right. I want some passive income to get the... Wait. Oh, if you want some passive income, get those videos on YouTube. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Oh, you've got good content. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm doing this, as a, I wouldn't call it a hobby because there's sort of a professional angle to this, but I'm not really thinking of this content as a business. I should probably think of it more as a business. Hey, I'm the head of applied ML at Stability. Would love to chat with you about our models. Dude, let's chat. I would love to talk about what Stability's up to. I think what Stability's up to is really interesting. I think the fact that you're open sourcing everything is fascinating. Um, so I would love to talk to you. So Joe Penna. So let's connect, and I'm going to write down your name so that I can go find you. But yeah, I would love to talk. Maybe we can even have you come talk at the AI Salon. So we the AI Salon is at thesalon.ai is the URL. There's a link tree there, and we meet every other week, and we have an online Discord. We had the head of AI from Adobe spoke really early on before they put out Firefly. He came and showed us some of what ended up becoming Firefly, and I just talked to him today, and he's going to come back and talk about the new generative AI, the generative fill tool they put in Photoshop, because it's like that's blowing up. And so I said, hey, why don't you come back and tell us what you're learning? So would love to chat with you about that stuff. So I appreciate you making the comment, Joe. Joe Penna. Cool. That's exciting. See, that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because we're just in an exciting time right now, and you know, learning as much as you can about how these things work, what they do, why they do what they do, why Stability is open sourcing what they're open sourcing. Um, I think if it weren't for companies like Stability and OpenAI that just are asking for forgiveness rather than permission in terms of all the training of the models, if people had dealt with the intellectual property issues that are absolutely there, right? If they had dealt with this proactively, like, can we have permission to do this? The answer would have been no. None of this stuff would have been created. So all of this stuff exists because of a little bit of Wild West attitude. That's just where we are right now. We're very early in this part of the industry, and it's super, super exciting. Um, a fan in the chat, Pogies, cool. I use an ad Google Chrome, so I don't need to type questions and hit spacebar for recording. I don't know what that's talking about, but sounds like you're helping one another. Good. I like that. If I have a video breaking down the process, I have a video breaking down the process of what? Of prompting, or of how ChatGPT works. I can talk about that. In fact, no. So somewhere in my videos is a video that talks about how ChatGPT works. Um, Thank you for the kind words, Sadie. I appreciate that. I obviously don't participate in lives. Do you have a video on how to do a resume? Oh, I don't. I was just kind of doing that live on the fly. Um, no, I'd just go to YouTube and say, you know, using ChatGPT to create a resume. There's tons of them there. I was just kind of doing it live on the fly. Like my interest in this is, rather than showing you exactly how to do a resume, my advice would be go start playing. Like just copy and paste your work experience either from LinkedIn, or just sort of type it in and then have it help you organize it, and just tell it to, like what you might want to do is start out by saying, you know, ChatGPT, you're an expert, resume writer and employment coach. Tell me four different types of resumes that I can put together. Have it teach you about resumes, and then ask it, um, you know, based on the one that you like, to write you a resume based on your work experience, and it'll do it. All right. What am I primarily using ChatGPT for? I'm using it for many, many things at work. Like almost everything that I do now, um, I'm having it. rewrite things. I'm having it help me organize things up front. Um, we're using it for creative development for the video templates that we build. I'm creating content generation engines. I'm completely rethinking how my video platform does what it does and what it even outputs. Um, I use it for fun. I use it to help organize my thoughts for the newsletter. Um, I don't know. It's almost like the shift that I've successfully made. This took me a while. Was whenever someone presents me with some sort of problem, or if I come up with a problem I want to solve, where I've historically gone is, okay, here's how I, Kyle, would think about solving that problem. And I don't do that now. I'm like, oh, is this something ChatGPT could help with? Yes. Okay. And I just go right to ChatGPT and I start to work with it like a creative collaborator. Can you use ChatGPT to craft a legal argument? You can. You need to be careful. Some lawyer just got busted because he he wrote some sort of legal opinion and he didn't check the stupid references, the idiot, and the judge caught him. These your the things that you cited for this legal argument are made up. So you've got to be careful with that. But yeah, it's really good at understanding legal documents and concepts. It's just crazy. Um, all right. Let me answer a few more and then I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed. I keep saying that it's 1 o'clock, but this is fun. I like chatting with you folks. Um I was trying to you were trying to take screenshots as I was going through the steps of the resume. Yeah, I would say just go start playing. It like have it teach you how to do what you want it to do. It's really good at that. Me too. I use it for nearly all my work tasks. I mean, a management consultant. Yeah, I like consulting right now. It like there's a double-edged sword. I think that the challenge with being a consultant right now is that, C-suite people that hire consultants are going to start answering their own questions. They're not going to need to call the consultant. But consultants that are leveraging these tools and can turn around their thinking faster and more comprehensively than their competitors, you're going to have an advantage. So if you're getting your head around these AI tools right now, I would dig. I think it's wicked smart, and I think you can. I think consultants can change the game. The smart ones. New here. What's your video platform? So my company is called Storyvine. It's an automated video storytelling platform. We do a lot of work in healthcare and pharma. We've been around for 11 years. We don't use a lot of AI in how we put our videos together. We use more Aristotle. It's more storytelling based. But I've been layering in AI tools to the platform, and I'm completely rethinking what the platform is now. So storyvine.com is the company. We do, like if Pfizer wants their patients to talk about their disease journey, our app guides that patient how to tell their story, goes up to the cloud. 5 minutes later, you got a fully edited video. All right. I've been writing commercial scripts with it and writing JavaScript for After Effects. Yeah, the whole thing of writing like little scripts, little code snippets for things like Unity and After Effects is so powerful. Muted? Am I muted? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, tap the screen so I can see the things. The lawyer got busted was too funny. I know. Like here's the thing. Use these tools, but also use your fucking brain. Like, look at the shit that it wrote, especially if you're a lawyer. Really? You fucking idiot. It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, we can hear you. Thank you. All right. um, yeah. So, all right. I guess I'll leave on this. So first of all, thank you all for hanging out with me. Just sort of rambling here. It's because it's late, so I'm not all that coherent. But I'll leave you with this. If you haven't started playing with these tools, go play with these tools and play like think of it like this. We're lucky enough to to have the most powerful technology like in the history of mankind literally at our fingertips. Go play with it with that sense of wonder and just start pushing it. The more you push it, the more it will reveal what it can do. Um, and keep your brain engaged. Don't think of it like these tools are going to do the work for me. No, no, no. You're still in charge of what your intention is, what you're trying to accomplish, who you're trying to accomplish it for. So the critical thinking and the strategy of why you would use these tools in the first place, that's still critical. Like that's more critical than ever. So don't lose that piece, but please start going and playing with the tactical bits. All right. Um, I will think about putting together. Yeah, at our fingertips and free mostly. Yeah, absolutely. We're these are remarkable times. We're at the beginning of something incredibly powerful here. So thanks all for your time. I'll be back. I'm trying to do these once a night now that I'm not kicked off anymore and I'm not in detention. And I will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye bye, everybody.